This week is Serious Week on the TheFillinCollab, or better known as Serious Week. We decided to throw in a week where we talk to you guys about things that are just more of a serious topic that you might be dealing with yourself right now or you'll have to deal with in the future. And we thought it would be good to share our own experiences and touch base with the topics. So my topic is the future and career and that sort of thing, and just how life's gonna pan out for you. I don't really know. This is something that strikes very close to home to me because it's something that I've struggled with a lot, figuring out what I wanted to do after high school and what I wanted to do with my life. So this is not necessarily an advice video, but it is a little bit like 5 years from now, I'm probably gonna look back on this and be like, what was I thinking? I shouldn't have been telling people that. I shouldn't have thought that myself. But for now, this is what I truly believe and how I truly feel. I'm just gonna share with you my experience with this stuff so far and maybe give you a few things to just think about. So from 9th to 12th grade, my school did a thing where we pretty much just try to figure out what we want to do with our lives, starting with something called career cruising in 9th grade, where we would go down to the computer lab and take these stupid tests that are supposed to tell us what we might be interested in doing and what jobs would suit best with our interests that we lined up on the survey thing. I ended up getting zoo something. I got phys ed teacher, something to do with daycare. And let me tell you, none of those things are something I want to do. Now around that same time, I was getting more and more into YouTube. I'd started watching back in 2008-ish, and when Fred was putting out his first videos, and I thought they were so incredibly funny, and I thought they were so cool that how this kid was just doing these things by himself. Like, I didn't really realize that you could make videos on your own without being in Hollywood. I don't know. My brain is so naive. So I downloaded this super shoddy editor that gave our computer a virus, and I made my own video and I sped up the voice like Fred, and I just taught myself all these things with the editor, and it was so fascinating and so awesome to me that it's something that I could be doing, and it's just something I continued to work on. So we keep going, we're still looking through the career stuff at high school, and I'm still into YouTube. It's like 10th or 11th grade, and I'm watching The Station, which was, you know, Lisa Nova, Dave Days, Shane Dawson, Philly D, Shay Carl, Cassim G, you know, all of them. They went together and they made that channel, and then the channel kind of took a dive, and then from that dive they created Maker Studios, which bloomed into this awesome, great company that is in full swing today, along with several other companies that are backing up creators and whatnot. So from all of that, I was starting to see that creating your own content can take you to living out your dreams. Like, at this same time, I was starting to realize that how interested I was in creating films and working with video and audio things and music and those sort of things, but it wasn't really that deep set into my brain that that's what I specifically wanted to do, because it didn't seem like a real option to me at all, and it still honestly doesn't to me. It's still difficult to look at it from a real perspective. So junior year is when you start looking for colleges if you decide that that's what you need to do. Now's when I start to dive into feelings. So I struggled very, very much with picking a college and finally deciding that I did want to work with film and video, because it's not the most reliable job and it's not nursing or being a lawyer, you know? So I had many, many, many arguments and not fun discussions with my mom over that I shouldn't be doing this and what I should be doing. She tried very hard to get me to be a nutritionist. That sounds awful if you ask me, but if you're into it, do it. So again, I was struggling a lot with picking college. Like, if anyone would talk to me about it, I wouldn't talk about it. I just kind of shut down and stop. After that whole ordeal, I went to visit Kutztown, and we went into the media program area stuff presentation. And when we walked in the room and the sets and the bag room and everything, I was just amazed, and it felt right. Oh, this is too touchy-feely. I was like so amazed by just everything, and I just wanted to learn everything about it and figure out how to do everything with all of it. And it's just really when I knew that that's what I wanted. So I was accepted to Kutztown, and I was accepted to a few other schools, but I ended up deciding on because it is more well known. That's the main reason. So maybe a couple of you could have related to all of that and the feelings and all that crap. So all of that aside, I've just learned that you need to do what you would like to do. If you walk into a dentist's office and you get some thrill in there and you want to pick up all the shit and learn about teeth and stuff, that sounds absolutely horrible to me. But to you, that could be the greatest thing in the world. Pursue it. Do what you want to do. Whether it goes from acting, theater, graphic design, painting, whatever, all the way over to being a lawyer or dentist or doctor or whatever. Different shoes fit different people, and you have to find that ones that fit you in this mixed up, awful, hellish Chuck E. Cheese cubbyhole of life. So I personally believe that you should do something that you would like to do and that you're going to put passion and effort into, because if you're not, why else are you living? You know? Don't let your insecurities hold you back. Don't let other people's opinions and them trying to make you feel insecure hold you back. And I personally know that one of the hardest things in all of this is not having support from your parents and backing for what you want to do. I understand how awful and horrible it feels not to have their confidence in you. But you need to find your own confidence. I've learned that who else is going to have confidence in you if you don't have it in yourself? So if it is more of a difficult field like the whole artsy thing, or you're going into teaching, just find different ways to get involved with it early. Like I've personally started consistently creating content on YouTube. For you, if you are going into teaching and you don't have the option to volunteer in a classroom, although you could always ask, you could find a way to talk to coaches that have the like little league baseball team and to help them coach out. That way you're still teaching kids to do things and you're working with them and learning. The way that I look at it is that you've got one life. In the end, nothing really matters anyways. And just do what you want to do, because you're going to be miserable if you don't. I'll see you later. Make sure you watch everyone else's videos this week, because they're all going to be great and probably touch something that you have had troubles with in your life as well. So, yeah. Bye. Be who you want to be. B-A-R-B-I-E. I ruined that whole video with that.